everyone, welcome back to Mindful Investing. Today I want to walk you through exactly how to use Robinhood's Legend and Advanced Charts so you can add powerful technical indicators like the 200-day EMA and the RSI, the same ones I personally use to time my ETFs and stock buying levels. If you have seen my 15-year challenge video, you already know my strategy. I buy SEHG every time it dips to its 200-day EMA on the daily chart. This is one of the most reliable buying signals, and I want to show you exactly how to set this up on Robinhood step by step. Even if you are completely new to technical analysis, you'll be able to follow along. Let's start with finding Robinhood Legend. At the very top of your Robinhood interface, you'll see a green highlighted tab called Robinhood Legend. This is essentially Robinhood's upgraded charting and data environment. I recommend right-clicking on it and selecting Open in a new tab. That way, you keep your regular trading screen open and don't have to click back and forth. For this example, I'm going to use SEHG, the Schwab US Large Cap Growth ETF. I buy SEHG whenever it comes back down to its 200-day EMA. But you can do this with any stock or ETF. On the bottom left of the chart, you'll see two important settings, time frame and the interval. First, set the time frame to 1 year so you can see enough price history to identify trends without the chart being too zoomed out. Next, in interval, select 1 day. This means each candlestick represents one trading day. This is important if you are looking at a 1-hour chart or a 5-minute chart. The EMAs and RSI will look very differently and you'll get very different signals. Since my strategy for SEHG is based on daily price action, we are sticking with 1-day intervals here. Now let's add the exponential moving average, EMA in short. Click the F icon in the top right corner of your chart. This opens the indicators menu. Click add indicators and then choose exponential moving average. Click add. By default, Robinhood will add a 50-day EMA. This is great for identifying short to medium term trends, but I want a long term EMA, which is the 200-day EMA. The 200-day EMA is widely used by traders and investors to spot major trend reversals and strong support or resistance levels. To add it, go back to add indicators again and choose another EMA. This one will appear as a 100-day EMA by default, but we are going to change it. Click the gear icon next to it and set length to 200. I'm also going to change the color to orange so it stands out and set the line width to 2 pixels for better visibility. Now you have two EMAs on your chart, the 50-day EMA, which indicates the short-term trend indicator, and the 200-day EMA, the long-term trend indicator. The basic rule of thumb is when price is above the 200-day EMA, it's generally in a long-term uptrend. When price dips below it, that's often when I start looking for buying opportunities, especially if RSI also says the stock is oversold. Next, let's add the RSI, Relative Strength Index. Go back to add indicators and choose RSI. This will appear below your chart as a separate panel. I like to leave the length at default and keep the overbought level at 70 and oversold at 30. Some traders change these to 80 and 20 to avoid false signals, but I prefer the standard settings. Now let's make it easier to read. Change overbought to red. This tells me when a stock might be overheated and due for a pullback. And change oversold to green. This signals potential bargain territory. Increase the line width to 2 pixels so it's easier to see. I also changed the main RSI line to green so it visually stands out. With just these two indicators, you can build a very powerful and simple trading system. Here's how I personally use them. If price dips to or below the 200-day EMA and RSI is in the oversold zone, 30 or below, that's when I start buying quality stocks or ETFs. If price is far above the 200-day EMA and RSI is in the overbought zone, which is above 70, that's a caution sign for me. I either take profits or wait for a better entry point. You don't need 20 different indicators. Mastering these basics will put you ahead of most retail investors. Sometimes daily charts aren't enough to see the bigger picture. That's where weekly charts come in. To do this, change the interval from 1 day to 1 week. Now each candle represents a week's worth of trading. Then set your time frame to 5 years or even all to see the longest history Robinhood will give you. This is especially useful for ETFs like SEHD, SEHG, or even blue chip stocks because you can clearly see how they behave during major market corrections like the COVID crash, 2022 bear market, and other pullbacks. You'll notice that when these ETFs go below the 200-day EMA on the weekly chart, it has historically been a very good long-term buying opportunity. And that's it. You now know how to set up EMA and RSI on Robinhood's advanced charts, how to customize them, and how to use them for better buying and selling decisions. If you want, I can make another video diving deeper into advanced chart tools like Fibonacci retracements, Williams percentage R, Bollinger Bands, linear regression channels, and on balance volume. If you found this tutorial helpful, hit that like button so more people see it, share it with someone who's learning technical analysis, and comment below with the indicators you use daily. I always love learning from the community. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.